coverage now of the massive overhaul of New York's multi-billion-dollar Medicaid-funded consumer-directed personal assistance program known as CDPAP. A federal judge yesterday evening issued a temporary restraining order preventing the State Department of Health from halting work with companies that have previously handled the services.
Isabel Garcia talked with one local mother caring for her daughter in CDPAP, who's continuing to push for greater clarity and transparency. Izzy joins us now with this. Isabel.
Yes, good evening to both of you. We first introduced you to Heather Burrows and her daughter Devin back in August. Devin has a rare genetic disorder impacting her mobility and speech, requiring home care services 24 hours a day. But the process to get the entire care team rehired by the new state-selected administrator, Public Partnerships LLC, I'm told has been wrought with issues. Heather Burrows is a backup care provider for her daughter, Devin, who was born with a rare genetic condition requiring at least 10 aides for 27 care in total. Now, the care team began switching over to Public Partnerships LLC, PPL, in early February, but have experienced confusion and technological glitches, creating widespread concern.
I logged in as my daughter, the consumer, and it switched over to me as a designated rep. I did not log out and log back in. I did not enter credentials, and I was like, wow, that seems like that's not secure. Like, I'm glad it's just me and my daughter, but then I could see all of my caregiver's social security numbers. So I picked up my phone because I was going to take a picture, and then the system crashed.
Burrows tells me this happens all the time, adding there have been instances when it appears a care aide worker completed the switchover process only to discover the next day more paperwork is needed. In a recording Friday, one of Devin's care aides who was traveling received a call from a representative from PPL notifying the aide she should continue to record her time worked with her current fiscal intermediary, also stating the entire care team would need to be enrolled first.
What happens after March 31st? I was told by a previous employee from PPL that if Devin's authorization is not received, I'm to clock in with All American, but their contract ends on 3/31. And the woman on the phone previously told me that their contract has been extended and I need to clock in with All American.
Yes, so until there is a service authorization on our file, you will still be clocking in and clocking out with the previous agency.
But why can't they submit the authorization before all of her aides? Like, if I'm ready, I should be able to start working with her.
I understand that, but like, we cannot proceed to the next step. That's why we are reaching out to the personal assistant. I was able to talk to them, and they said they will send out the documents, and as soon as I have that, I will put them in paperwork complete, and we will be able to submit the service authorization after doing the TSO training.
Okay.
And she's like, well, why wouldn't I punch in with you if I'm payroll ready? And they said, well, all of Devin's caregivers have to be payroll ready. She said, that doesn't make sense. If we're cleared, we should be allowed to support her. We shouldn't have to wait for the whole team to get processed because it takes forever. I mean, a caregiver could have all their forms in and it's PPL holding it up. So why would we punish Devin and say, you don't get any care until all your caregivers are cleared? It's never been set up that way.
Now, the State Department of Health just within the last hour issuing another update about the transition process, broadly stating approximately 260,000 consumers in CDPAP have taken action to either start or complete registration with PPL. The court, meantime, will hold an additional hearing on Friday where lawyers for the home care users plan will argue for a longer delay. For now, reporting in the studio, Isabel Garcia, News 8.